Hello and welcome. This is Tyger Lili. I am recording this session on Friday, November 22nd to upload to the YouTube channel so that you can have the usual Friday, moon flow and meditation, since I am not going to be teaching it on Black Friday next week. So this video is so that you have an on-demand class whenever you need a gentle stretch and a resting meditation. I'm going to stand up and talk to the folks who are in the live stream right now, and we'll get started very shortly. Thank you for taking the time for yourself. Good morning. I'm so glad you're here. Hi Jay, hi Chelsea. I can't tell if anybody else is here right now. Excuse me. I am also recording this session this morning, so I have another camera down here and recording this session because next Friday, Black Friday, the Friday after Thanksgiving, no class. So I'm recording today's session so that I can upload it to the YouTube channel so that if you need this class next Friday, we'll have a recording of it available to you. Also, before we get started, I'm super excited to announce that starting the first week in December, I've added 2 new classes to the schedule. So you're going to have 2 more opportunities to practice. On Mondays, I'm going to be teaching a breath technique class and followed by yoga nidra meditation. So that's going to be on Mondays at 11:15. It's going to be 45 minutes. There's not going to be any flow. We might do a handful of little stretches, but the focus is going to be on breathing techniques. Okay, and then we're gonna spend maybe the first 15 minutes really focusing on breath techniques, noticing how we feel when we practice those breath techniques, and then resting for the last half hour of class in a guided meditation where you get to stretch out and rest and do nothing but rest and be guided in meditation. So that's going to be Mondays at 11:15. And then on Tuesdays, I will be doing another variation of the Happy Hands and Heart class that I teach on Thursday morning. So now you're going to have 2 opportunities a week from 8:15 to 9 a.m. to do the Happy Hands and Heart class to release tension from the upper body. So I hope y'all take advantage of it. It's going to be the same flow each time, but we're gonna, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're gonna do a little bit of variation. So it's worth coming to both if you can. Okay, so we're gonna do the moon flow and meditation this morning. Before we get started, I wanna remind you that for the moon flow, we start standing and we're gonna face the long edge of the mat and we're gonna do the stretches standing, and then we're gonna work our way down to seated stretches. And then you're going to stretch out and rest while I lead a guided meditation. And so for the moon flow, we're going to focus on meditating on the placement of the moon. And right now we're in the 3rd quarter moon. That means it's waning, but it's not in the crescent phase yet. It's still somewhat rounded. And it is in the sign of Leo. And this sign inspires us to shine our light with the world. We also just moved into Sagittarius season, which is also a fire sign and the light of the world. So good stuff. Ruled by the shining sun, Leo teaches creativity and how to express our individual nature. So take that for what you will. And then as you settle into your meditation, I'll talk a little bit more about the moon and its placement in Leo right now. For the moment, let's get started with our flow. We're going to start standing. Stretch my back out here. And we're going to separate our feet a little bit wider than hip width apart and take a moment or 2 to rock the feet forwards and backwards, toes to heels. And then side to side, rolling to the edges of the feet. And then come into the center and let your feet settle. Tiny bend in the knees, pull the belly to the spine. Let your arms relax down by the sides. Let your shoulders get heavy here. Notice if you're trying to draw the shoulders up, let them drop. Take a huge breath in. Sigh it away. Let's take a couple more. Just settle into your standing. All right, we're gonna move into Kali Mudra. Bring your arms up overhead, interlace your fingers, point your pointer fingers up to the sky. Press your fingertips up, reach up, take a huge breath in. And then as you exhale, lean. Use me as your mirror image here, so whatever side you're leaning to, does not matter what it is, we're gonna do both sides. Breathe in, breathe out, stay here. Keep the belly pulled to the spine, especially on your exhale. Inhale, reach up through the center again. On your exhale, lean to the other side. Keep that tiny bend in the knees. Inhale back through center, reach up. On your exhale, step the feet out even wider, come to star pose. Pivot the heels in, the toes out, create a V shape with your feet. Reach out into star pose. We're gonna do 3 rounds of goddess dips with lion's breath. Awesome, keep going. Reach back up into star pose. And now we're gonna shift into warrior 2 facing this direction. So this foot, maybe this is your right foot, maybe it's the left. One foot's gonna face the long edge of the mat. The other foot is gonna point to a 90-degree angle towards the short edge, and then bend the knee of your 90-degree toes towards the short edge of the mat, warrior 2. Really take a few breaths to settle in here. Using your exhale to keep that belly and rib cage pulled towards the spinal column. Yes, good stuff. Keep your arms lifted, but see if you can relax the shoulder blades down the back ribs a little bit. I see you. Nicely done, y'all. Keep breathing. Reverse warrior. Reach up with your front arm, the arm over your bent leg. Yes. Keep reaching, keep breathing. And then we're gonna windmill the arms down, straighten this leg, come into triangle pose. You can bend this knee if you want. This is still triangle. If you rest the elbow on that knee, it becomes extended side angle. Doesn't really matter what it's called. Be here now and breathe big. Really fill up on your inhale. Make some noise on your exhale through the nostrils or the mouth. All right, this back foot, the one that's facing the lunge of the mat, we're gonna step it halfway forward into pyramid pose. So now both feet are gonna face the same direction. We're gonna take a wide stance and a short stride. And then we're gonna fold over the front leg. Your knees can be bent or straight. Doesn't matter. You're still gonna get the benefit of the stretch. And as you're hanging out here, really let your head hang. Let your head get heavy. 2 more breaths here. Lift up about halfway, bend this front knee, and then step your back leg way back. We're going to move into a lunge position. Now from here, you can either stand up, if you want to make a full effort lunge, making it a crescent lunge, maybe lifting the arms up, or if you want, you can bring yourself down into a low lunge. For the lowest variation, bring your back knee to the earth and untuck those toes. So you can choose whatever variation you like here. We're going to be here for about 4 or 5 breaths. Now, my friends, we're going to move down into lizard pose. So if you're in one of the higher lunges, bring your back knee down to the earth, untuck your toes, and then bring your front shoulder inside of your front knee. Notice where you are, what feels comfortable. A little sensation, a little discomfort, that's okay, keep breathing, but move away from any actual acute pain. And now from here, we're going to pivot into a side lunge, or if you want to stay on the earth, you can do seated single leg extension. So you can either sit down and stretch the leg out, or if you want the balancing and the strengthening aspects, you can choose Warrior 4, side lunge. Keep your mind on your breath here. Notice the sound of your inhale. Make it bigger. Expand your rib cage. And now we're going to move into yogi squat. Your lengthened leg, pull it in. If you're seated on the earth and you want to do butterfly pose, you can do that instead. And own this squat, whatever you like. I'm up on my toes today. I'm bringing my heels up, but sometimes you can bring your heels to the earth if you want. You can do a sumo squat instead. This is yours to do with as you please. And now we're going to shift into our side lunge for the other side. So pivoting so that you can lengthen out the opposite leg. And then if you want the seated variation, seated single leg extension instead, you choose. And we're going to transform once again. Now we're going to turn towards the other short edge of the mat and move into lizard pose. So create the lunge shape first. Bending the knee of the foot facing the short edge. Lower your back knee to the earth and then bring your front shoulder to the inside. Lizard pose. Stay high or go low. Choose again. Breathe deep. All right, let's move up into a lunge this time. Tucking those back toes, lift your leg, and then bring your shoulder over the knee in the front. And then if you want low lunge, stay folded over, or if you want crescent lunge, stand all the way up. Maybe you reach your arms up. Now we're gonna pivot once again, and we're gonna move into triangle pose. Not triangle pose, sorry. Step your back foot up, we're gonna move into pyramid pose. So feet face the same direction, wide stance, short stride. Fold over your front leg. Let your head get heavier with every exhale. Okay, and for real this time, step your back foot back, turn it back towards the long edge, and create triangle and or extended side angle. We're going to windmill the arms up and back, reverse warrior. And warrior two, facing the other direction. Take a few breaths to really settle your foundation here. Pressing down through the ball mound of your front foot, that's the foot with the bent leg, and then the knife edge of your back foot. The straightened foot facing the long edge, soft shoulder blades. Use your exhale to pull your core to your spine. Narrow your focus to one thing. Nicely done, yogis. Now let's move back to 5-pointed star pose. Pivot the heels, so the heels are in, toes slightly out. Reach up and out. We're gonna do 3 more rounds of star and goddess with lion's roar. Last one. We're going to come back up into star and then turn the feet to face the long edge of the mat, wide-legged forward fold. That was the last of our standing postures. So we're going to move down now into Simhasana, lion's pose. Bring your knees to the earth. Bring your toes together behind you. Turn your fingertips to face in towards the body. Lay your palms on the earth. And now we're going to do 6 rounds of lion's breath. Go at your own pace here. And now let's make our way around to butterfly pose. While y'all are doing that, I'm gonna bring this camera down just a little bit. And we'll take a handful of breaths here. Option to wrap your fingers around your toes or the ankles. See if you can let your knees drop out. Let gravity do some work here. If you want a little bit more from this, hold on to your feet or your ankles and then bend your elbows to bring the upper body forward. Good stuff, y'all. Let's take one more breath here. Fill up. Let it go. All right, this leg, send it out. Lengthen it out. Your bent foot, your bent leg foot, pull that foot into the thigh. We're gonna start with a lateral stretch. So lengthen your arm out along the leg. Send this upper arm up and over as far as you want. And now we're going to turn towards the leg itself, seated single leg forward fold. Let every exhale get you a little bit closer to your leg, even if that's just a couple of molecules. One more inhale and exhale here. Big full inhale. Expand your rib cage. Exhale, let it go. Fold a little farther. And then sit back up. We're going to do Marichi twist. So your bent knee, bring it up, and then bring that foot over the opposite leg. Yep, you got it. And then turn towards your bent leg, either wrapping your elbow around the front or bring the elbow to the outside. Turn and look over your shoulder. Twist. Breathe deeply. One more inhale. Get really big here. Fill up your rib cage. Fill up your belly. Stay here for the exhale. Get empty. And then untwist and come into butterfly again. We'll briefly reset to a centering shape. And then we'll do all that for the other side. All right, this leg, straighten it out. Bend this knee, and then bring the foot over to the other side, and we'll twist in the other direction. Yep, you've got it. Here we go. Breathe deeply. Fill up, empty out. Let's do one more. Get big on the inhale. Get empty on the breath out. Squeeze something stale out of the bottom. Nice. Okay, untwist, and this bent knee, put that foot to the inside of the thigh, and then turn towards your straight leg, fold over. Doesn't have to be all the way straight, mostly it's fine. Fold over, let breath and gravity do the rest of the work. Sit back up and we'll finish up with the lateral stretch on this side before moving back to the center and preparing for rest. Come on back up. And take an easy seat. I'm going to scoot a little bit closer to the camera and bring this down. And hello for our YouTube video. Okay, so now I would like for you to just take an easy seat, take a moment, and let all of that effort that you made soak in. Easy breath, whatever feels comfortable here. Next up, we're going to move into a resting shape. You're going to move into a resting shape. I'm going to hang out here and provide you with a guided meditation. So I invite you now to start gathering yourself into a nest of comfort. Stretch out, put your head on a pillow, maybe bringing a pillow underneath your knees or a rolled up blanket. Make yourself entirely comfortable. For the rest of our time together, you're going to rest and do nothing else. And there are no rules about this except to breathe and allow the body to relax and allow the sound of my voice to guide you in this meditation. So settle and settle again and settle again. And don't settle for nothing less than 100% comfort. So if there's a fold of fabric that's under you that's like fine, but it's going to annoy you in another 15 seconds or 15 minutes, get rid of it. Get rid of anything that's going to make you uncomfortable, and then settle again. And as you allow your body to settle onto the earth, notice your body resting on the earth. Notice the warmth and the substance of your body as it settles into gravity. Notice the sounds in the room around you. If your eyes are open, notice the details of the play of light in the room, the walls, windows, the ceiling. Notice the aromas in your nostrils and the taste on your tongue and the texture of things that are touching your skin, fabric, matte material, the floor perhaps, whatever you're in contact with. Make this a part of your practice and your meditation. Just noticing all of these little details of being alive on planet Earth and resting. And now it's time to name your intention. Whatever your truest desire is in this moment, name it to yourself. If nothing comes to mind, you can borrow mine. I am resting. I am worthy of rest. I am resting. I am worthy of rest. I am resting. I am worthy of rest. And now we'll rotate the consciousness throughout the body, bringing your full intellect, your full attention and awareness to each part of the body that I name, and then move to the next as I name it. If you lose track, that's okay. Come back to the sound of my voice and follow from there. Notice your entire head, the entire skull, face, the back of the head, the ears, the jaw, the eyes, the whole head. Notice your neck and throat, the shoulders, and the upper back, and the arms and the hands. Notice your rib cage, the front of your rib cage, the sides of the rib cage, the back of your rib cage, the entire rib cage. Notice your entire belly, the expanse from the ribs to the pelvic bone. The belly button. Notice the low back, the muscles on either side of the spine at the low back, the backs of the hip bones, the buttocks, the back of the thighs, the back of the knees, the calves, the back of the ankles, the soles of the feet. Notice the crown of the head, the very top of the head, forehead, right eye, right ear, right nostril, the right side of the jaw, the right collarbone, right shoulder, right upper arm, right elbow, right forearm, right wrist, the back of the right hand, the palm of the right hand, the right thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky, right hip, right upper leg, right knee, right lower leg, right ankle, the top of the right foot, the sole of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe, crown of the head, forehead, left eye, left ear, left nostril, the left side of the jaw, the left collarbone, left shoulder, left upper arm, left elbow, left forearm, left wrist, back of left hand, palm of left hand, left thumb, left forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky, left hip, left upper leg, left knee, left lower leg, left ankle, top of left foot, sole of left foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe, the soles of both feet, the crown of the head, the whole head, the forehead, third eye, tip of the nose, the upper lip, and the lower lip, the tip of the chin, throat, pit of throat, heart center, solar plexus, navel, pelvis, inner thighs, inner knees, inner calves, inner ankles, the arches of the feet, the soles of the feet, the palms of the hands, heart center, throat center, third eye, hands, heart, throat, third eye, hands, heart, throat, third eye. Notice the breath. Bring awareness to the inhale, the quality of the inhale, the coolness of air entering the nostrils, whirling and swirling through the sinuses, down the throat, separating into the right lung and the left lung, and from there, everywhere, all at once. Meditate upon the exhale, the breath out, warmed by the body, exiting the lungs, the throat, the sinuses, the nostrils. The body nourished on the inhale, and the body nourishing on the exhale. With no other effort, you have completed and finished the cycle of nourishment and thriving as a creature on planet Earth. This is enough. You are worthy. You are whole and holy. Every breath, sacred, sanctified. Your agent and your agency. Notice the breath. The inhale and the exhale. See in your mind's eye the night sky, stars, Venus, Sirius, the brightest star, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Mars, all visible, the Oort cloud, distant Neptune, the galaxy itself, its arms and swirls, in the darkness of the night sky, everything sparkling, glittering, the nature of light, the moon reflecting the brightness of the sun from the opposite side of the planet. Notice a full moon, sparkling bright, waning moon, crescent moon, no moon, dark sky, storm clouds, lightning and thunder over ocean, over valleys and rivers, bursting volcanoes, shifting continents, earthquakes, quiet rivers, enormous lakes, rippling, moss, tall green forests, dawn sky, clouds, sunshine, snow-capped mountains, a bowl of daisies, a cat curled asleep in the sunshine, grand piano, a bouquet of flowers, your face in a foggy mirror. Rest here, Savasana, silence. And continue to rest. Notice your body. And bring your intention back into your mind. And over the next several breaths, stretch as you need to, and bring yourself back to the here and now. And as you do, I'd like to share a little bit of the lunar lore with you, where we are right now with the moon cycle. The moon is in its waning phase in the final quarter. This is a very good time in the lunar lore to share your findings and let people know how you feel, and share things that you have learned, wisdom that you've acquired. And it's also in Leo, and Leo is a fire sign. It is the identity, principle, and the vital spark, the soul, the life force. It embodies risk-taking and leadership, passion, confidence, action, motivation, energy, sparkle, and having fun. And I want to draw particular attention to that. Even when times are dark and difficult, you are worthy of enjoying yourself and the company of other people. Leo is also a fixed sign, so this is fixed and lasting energy and helps us stay directed. Leo is also an interpersonal sign, meaning between two individuals. So this is a very good sign for repairing relationships, saying how you really feel about something. I hope that you have found this useful. Blessings and protection. If you are ready to move on with your day, have a stretch, bring yourself to a seat. If you would prefer to continue resting, continue resting. Closing, as always, with this blessing and meditation: safe, healthy, happy, and free. You, me, everyone, all beings, everywhere and always. Let's go be a mighty kindness. Peace. And peace to those who are joining for the on-demand video for YouTube. Thank you so much for taking the time out for yourself. And thank you for being here for the live stream this morning.